This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about Darius Slay. He debunked trade rumors. Also, Devonta Smith want the perfect game. Well, not the perfect game. And Mailata is on IR. But let's get straight into it. All right, man. Since Mailata is on IR, let's go over the injury report. Let's see who's playing and who's not playing. All right, so Dallas Goedert is officially out. Jordan Mailata, as I mentioned, is on IR. He's out. Eli Ricks is out. And Byron Young is out. So Sidney Brown, full participant. Doesn't mean that he's playing because he's not on the active roster yet. Over in Burks, full participant. Jalen Carter will play. Jalix Hunt will play. Albert O was a full participant, but I don't think he was signed to the active roster yet. So that don't mean that he's playing. Then Darius Slay is questionable. So again, maybe we'll see Isaiah Rodgers or Keely Ringo. Then you have Anaya Smith, full participant, another guy that's not signed to the active roster. And Milton Williams is a full participant, so it looked like he will play Sunday. As I mentioned, Mailata is officially on IR, so that is an open roster spot. But it does suck, you know. Mailata was having a great year. He started off fast. This is his first year of being captain on the team. But maybe he just do the 4 games and come back. But as I always say, it's just good that this is happening in the beginning of the season. And maybe we could win these games without, Jordan Mailata before that schedule get a little bit more tough. But we got to believe in Fred Johnson, right? Lane Johnson he tweeted Johnson and Johnson. So hopefully, Fred Johnson can earn himself a contract. If it's not with us, with another team. If he could hold it down these 4 games, a lot of teams going to be watching. So Fred Johnson, this is your time to shine. You get your side that you like, the left tackle side. And again, just hold it down. And I know a lot of people want Mekhi Becton to go to the left side. But to be honest, what made y'all hate Mekhi Becton or hate the signing? Because there's like, well, he wasn't that good on the left side in New York. But he's been holding it down as a right guard. So you might as well keep everything how it is and how it's flowing and just replace that one side. Whereas though, if you had to move Mekhi Becton to the left, he got to get back used to the left. And then you're going to have Tyler Steen right there. So it's going to somewhat mess up the whole rotation. Whereas though you just replacing one guy and not mixing up 2 guys. You know how the offensive line, it got to be in sync. Because if it's not in sync, it could just throw a lot of things off. So, again, prayers up for Mailata. Again, open roster spot. More than likely, it's probably going to Sidney Brown. Maybe we open up another roster spot if Dallas Goedert go on IR, but I haven't heard anything about Dallas Goedert going on IR. So we might see Dallas Goedert maybe within 2 games. So he might miss 2, possibly 3. Because if he was going to miss 4 more, they should have put him on IR. So it looked like Dallas Goedert will be back sooner than what we think. So that's a good sign as far as with the injuries, but unfortunately, Jordan Mailata will miss a couple games. All right, so Darius Slay. Darius Slay spoke on his podcast. As we knew, it was trade rumors and like, oh, let these young guys play. We should trade Slay. But then the actual article came out like trade Slay and this and that we can trade Slay and we will trade Slay. And Darius Slay debunked those rumors. But let me play this clip.
All social media stuff. Of course, I saw something that said something about the trade rumor, but like, I've been in this league a long time. The only trade I got was the one I asked for when I was in Detroit when I said I wanted to be traded. So it's kind of hard, definitely at this time of the year to figure out, of course, my agent ain't tell me nothing as well. I'm sure they would have communicated that to us. And it's like, we look at the trade you, da-da-da. So they would have, Philly, I got a great relationship with Howie and everything going on. If he wanted to trade me, I think he's man enough to call me and tell me, hey, Slay, we're looking for somebody to trade for you. Because it happened like that in the process of the time before I signed back, when they released me. But when they released me, we was trying to find a new deal to make, and we came up with a number. And that's how I came back as an Eagle, because he like, hey, we go see if we got a trade offer. But at that time, they did have some, but it was not good enough for their standards. So they just released me. and we made up our new deal. That's what we was doing anyway the whole time. But yeah, I think me and Howard got a great relationship to be able to say, Slay, hey, we're looking to trade you. So the trade rumors can just be people just talking. In my opinion, that's just my opinion.
I mean, hey, Darius Slay like, nope, nope, nope. I'm not going anywhere. And I know a lot of you guys want to get rid of him for some reason. I don't know what y'all was watching last year, but you seen when they got thin at cornerback. Yeah, it got thin, and we did not look good. So we need to keep as many corners as we can. Just let us enjoy this last year with Darius Slay. He's having a good year. We always gonna question Darius Slay physicality. That just is what it is. But come on, man. He's having a good year. He's playing beside a young stud who looks up to him. So you need that mentor and a guy that can still play at a high level. Now, do I believe that Isaiah Rodgers or Keely Ringo is better than him? Possibly. I don't think Keely Ringo is better than Darius Slay, but I do think Isaiah Rodgers is. Darius Slay is still playing at a high level. He is definitely still playing at a high level. So we need him. And you got to think of the last game that we played, right? Darius Slay got hurt. I think he missed the rest of the game with the knee injury. Isaiah Rodgers come in. He got hurt with his hand. Remember, he had to miss a couple plays in Keely Ringo. So that was just two corners in one game. And we still had a solid corner behind Isaiah Rodgers. So you want to keep as many people as possible. And then look, this week, going into this week, Eli Ricks is hurt. So we already like somewhat thin on cornerback. So we got to keep as many corners as we can. So I'm with Slay, man. Like, we got to chill. There's no trade rumors, thank God. And let's get into the next topic. Let's talk about Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith want the perfect game or something close to it. But let me play this clip.
I'm gonna go and say this. There's no such thing as a perfect game. It's not gonna happen. So everybody wants to see a perfect game. You're never gonna see a perfect game because it's never gonna happen. It's the NFL. Everybody's professionals. Everybody make mistakes. Even the greatest make mistakes. So you'll never see a perfect game, but we're definitely trying to get close to it. I think we're building in the right direction, and we just have to keep doing that.
I mean, hey, like he says, the NFL. Well, you're not going to get the perfect game. No way you're not going to get the perfect game. But you want something close to it. The fans is begging for this. Like, we need that dominant win. We need it, like, badly. Like, we ain't had one since what? I want to say Miami. Almost a year since we beat a team by double digits, which I know a lot of fans put emphasis on it is because of what happened last year. But we had some games, even during the Super Bowl year, where as though we should have blown the team out, but we didn't. Like, for example, the Colts. The Colts weren't that good in 2022, but I think we won like 17-16. Like the score was really close. I could be off on that, so I'm going off the top of my head. But at the same time, 2022, there were games where we showed our dominance. Like, okay, we on top of this league. Like, we blew out the Tennessee Titans, or we blew out the Pittsburgh Steelers. But there were games like it was tight for no reason. No reason at all. And then we had some games we just fell short, like Washington. Oh, I mean, things happen during the course of the season. Do we get our first dominant win against the Giants? Hopefully. But the Giants defense is no joke. They're no joke. I mean, Bengals got a top 10 offense and was only able to put up 17. I mean, that defense is legit. It's legit. So hopefully, they run a Vic Fangio defense, and maybe Vic Fangio know how that defense is being run, and maybe we can manipulate it. Hopefully, and then it's Saquon return. Like I mentioned, the Tennessee game back in 2022, AJ Brown dominated them. So let's see if Saquon can dominate his old team too. But that's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel about the news today? Mailata on IR. Who do we activate? I think we activate Sidney Brown. Darius Slay debunked trade rumors. I know a lot of you guys are mad about that, but he's not going anywhere. And Devonta Smith want a damn near perfect game, or the fans want damn near a perfect game. But this is Eagle Al, man.